Hello my beautiful Bitterroots and welcome to my channel. In today's Swatch My Stash I have some duos. I don't own a lot in these brands, so I am going to show you two of the Dermelect, two of the SquareHue, and two of the SpaRitual. Since I only own two of each, I decided just to throw all these ones all in one video. So let's get started. So this SpaRitual is in the color I Feel the Earth Move. Makes me want to sing every single time I read these SpaRitual nail polishes. So this is in the I Feel the Earth Move. And this is in their cream formula. This one can be streaky, so you need minimum 2 coats, 2 to 3 coats depending. So here's the first coat, and as you can see, it can be quite streaky. It's a polish that can be quite fussy. That's the same with this pink one from SpaRitual. I really do like these polishes, but they are a little more finicky than most polishes. And I've only owned 2 polishes from SpaRitual. But I will let this dry, and we'll come back and do a second coat, and it should even out the polish quite a bit. Okay, so as you can see, it evens out in the second coat just fine. It darkens it up also. So this is SpaRitual in the color I Feel the Earth Move. And it's showing pretty true to color in the camera. So it's kind of like this deep, like ox blood, reddy brown shade. And it's beautiful for fall. So don't worry about it in the first coat. Like I said, it definitely mellows out in the second coat. You could probably do a third coat on this just to really even it out a little more. But for me, this is just fine, just wearing it in 2 coats. So there is I Feel the Earth Move. Okay, so I'm ready to do the second coat. And there is Love is in the Air by SpaRitual. Okay, I was a dope and totally forgot to press record for this next polish. So, this is SquareHue. And this is in the color Vondel Park. Now this one is pretty opaque in the first coat, but I definitely recommend to do a second coat just to even it out because there are a little bit of thin spots in there. So because I was a dope and was painting my nails, yeah. Here, let's paint my thumb so you can see the application of it. Ugh, I'm such a spaz. So this one came out pretty even, but we'll let this dry and we'll come back and do a second coat just to make it more even. Like my thumb. My thumb turned out pretty darn good. There are some thinner spots I could tell, but I'll let this dry and we'll do a second coat. Okay, I am recording this time. Imagine that. So let's do the second coat of Vondel Park. I love this. I paired this with a Wet n Wild Through the Grapevine purple polish, and it looked so good together. so here we are with SquareHue in the color Vondel Park. Let's kind of do it like this. There we go. So that way you guys can see the polish. I really do like this polish. It's a very pretty grayish purple shade. Okay, so the next SquareHue polish is this red, and it's kind of got like a silver flash to it. Do you see that? This is in the color the New Market. I don't know how to pronounce that. The New Market? I don't know. But anyway, this is a very beautiful red, and I do really like this. I painted this on my toes. This one reminds me of my favorite red polish of all time, which is this Lollipops in the color Voyage of Paris. It is very similar, except this does have that little kind of sparkle sheen to it. I don't know if you can see that. This is about 80% opaque, but I will let this dry and we'll come back and do a second coat. Okay, so I wanted to see the difference between the two. In the bottle, there is a clear difference between the Lollipops and the SquareHue. So on my thumb is the Lollipops red, my favorite red. And then on my fingers is the SquareHue. So the only difference between there is no difference in color, but this one has that little bit of shimmer to it. This one's more of a crelly. This is a crelly with this micro shimmer to it. So I don't know if you can tell the difference. So I'm going to go ahead and do the second coat on all these and then really see if we can tell a difference in the colors. Okay, painting the second coat, definitely you can see the difference now in the colors. I don't know if you can see that. So my thumb is the Lollipops and my fingers is the SquareHue. You got that kind of like a little pearlescent kind of shift to the SquareHue one that you don't get with this. This is just like a crelly, just a plain old crelly. So I love both of the colors and I will definitely keep this SquareHue one. This one's so pretty and I love this one. Okay, so this next polish is a Dermelect polish, and this is like a very pale gray lavender purpley shade with this silver micro shimmer that runs throughout. This is in the color Give Me 10. And I love this polish. This is such a pretty polish for the winter. Okay, so here we are with the first coat of Dermelect's Give Me 10. And I will let this dry and we'll come back and do a second coat. Okay, so this dried super duper fast. It is beautiful on its own, just a light little color. Perfect for work environments. So here we are after 2 coats of Dermelect's Give Me 10. This is a beautiful fall or winter polish and I love this. It's so pretty. I love the little bits of glitter that's in there. Like I said, this is a perfect polish for work because it's not like super in your face, but you still get that little bit of shimmer to it. So this is very pretty and I love this one. So there is that. Okay, so this last Dermelect polish I got for 50 cents at Ulta. It's like a $10 polish or $12 polish, and it was on clearance for like a 97 cents and then 50% off of that. So I got this for a steal. This is a beautiful like eggshell white. It is a bit streaky, so you will have to build up this color, but it is very pretty. This is in the color Opulence. Maybe if I flipped it around so you guys can read it, that would be great. This one's a very thin formula, which is why it's streaky. I definitely like the Give Me 10 better. But you can build this up and it looks really nice when you do. Okay, so here we are with the first coat. As you can see, it is quite streaky for the first coat, just because of the thinner formula. So this dries super fast, and I'll come back and do a second coat. Again, it's still a bit streaky, so we'll need to do a third coat to even that out. Okay, so there is 2 coats of Opulence. I'll need to come in and do a third coat to fill in a little bit of the gaps. As you can see, that it is still a bit streaky. But, you know, for 50 cents, I really do not mind throwing on 3 coats. Some people are one of those that likes it completely opaque in one coat. I'm not necessarily like that. I don't mind painting my nails. I actually like painting my nails, so throwing on 3 coats is no big deal for me. So I will let this dry and we'll come back and do a third and final coat and to show you how this looks. So as you can see, I had to fiddle with it just a little bit to get it coated, but I finally got it opaque. So it's opaque in 3 coats because it is quite streaky, but it is such a beautiful, like, eggshell, creamy white shade. So this is Dermelect in Opulence. So thank you guys for joining me in this week's Swatch My Stash, and I will see you in my next week's video. Bye!